Hello, everyone. Hello. I have not been live on here for like forever and a day. Mostly because I survive. I'm surrounded by husbands and children all the time. They're always watching, lurking.
Working.
Lurking. Observing, judging. He's here. Hello, good morning. I also have someone over here very, very anxiously awaiting. He's having friends over. What's your name? What is your name? Cooper. And who's coming over today? What are their names? We'll look on the board, but can you tell me their names? What's his name? Dexter. And Peyton. And what are they coming to do? And Peyton's bringing cookies and balloons. And we're having pizza. And we're gonna what? Swim. You should. Swim! Can you show me a little excitement? Say woo woo! Look at me. Woo 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 woo! We're having a party. We are having a pool party from 10:30 to 12:30. Because we're wild like that, aren't we, Cooper? And it's very hot out. Where's your suit? Yeah.
What is the dryer for?
He's a man of few words. A man of few words, I tell ya. We are having a pool party today. Cooper has been waiting 13 years for this day, and it has finally arrived. Getting all of our families aligned to be able to do something at the same time is harder than it looks. But we have his best friends coming over, Dexter and Landon. I'm gonna find a place to sit, y'all. Dexter and Landon and Peyton. Everly's coming over. Jamie, there's something beeping in the washer and dryer area. I don't know what that means. They're both still working. Our washer and dryer are both like tanking at the same time. We do 5 loads of laundry a day and all the bedding, and they're gonna just like rocket up into space. I'm gonna shut this door. We have a slight problem with it. It's not telling me anything, it's just beeping. Oh, here comes the master. See?
Damp, dry beat.
We have a lot of problems with
Just damp, dry beat.
with bedding. And it's just hard on our washer and dryer. It's just so hard. I'm gonna tell you something, and you can feel free to call me a whiner and a baby and tell me I shouldn't have had kids and I'm the worst mom. Feel free. Washing bedding every day is the hardest part of my life. It is. And we've done everything, so please know we're doing... Mentally defeating is the term that Jamie just used. Because you think that you're getting ahead on the laundry and you wake up to have like 3 loads of to do. And we have all the things. We have everything that you're thinking of. If you're thinking of it, we've done it. We've even recently started this medication. None of it works. And I'm not going to get into it just out of respect. But it is a lot. It is a lot. There is a medication. So I had the most interesting talk with the doctor about bedwetting. And this actually was just like super fascinating to me, so I will share it. And please, I'm not a doctor, so don't quote me on this, but there are nuggets of truth in what I'm saying. And I may not get every fact right. Melissa, our laundry services won't take soiled bedding. I don't know if that's a thing somewhere, but it's not here. Like, they don't want anything wet or soiled. Yeah. So I was talking to the doctor about bedwetting, and I was saying, you know, and like the things that people always say is like, wake them up to go to the bathroom, stop drinks before bed, you know, these common things that like we grew up thinking. But essentially, our bodies create a hormone that tells our kidneys to take a break. And so it tells our kidneys to turn off in the middle of the night, and then it turns back on in the morning. It's a hormone that we all produce. Now, again, I may be saying that wrong, but essentially that's what he said. And he said sometimes some people's bodies don't create this hormone. So it does not matter if you limit drinks. It does not matter if you wake them up and take them to the bathroom. Because I was telling the doctor, I'm like, we're doing everything. We're doing everything, and it's still happening. And he's like, he's not producing the hormone. So we're trying it. We're trying this. It's like a medication. It's called D something. I could go look at it. And it's working like a percentage of the time. I have a lot of friends whose kids take it for sleepovers and take it for like if they're going on a sleepover or they're going to camps. So hoping that we'll find success in that, because it's hard. It is hard. You can throw everything at me you want. But stop throwing the pee Betty at me. I can't take it. I can't take it. So that's kind of the story of life right now. We're transitioning to summer. Aisling, he did not say that, but I also didn't ask that. Do you say that puberty may change their hormones? Unless you live it, you can't understand. Like, so have you ever like picked something up to do the smell test and been like, ah! And then it like lives in your nostril holes like for like 10 minutes and you're like, ah. Oh, smell test, I tell you. The smell test. It'll get you every time. But yeah, we're transitioning to summer. So a little bit what our summer, I can tell you, Lorraine, the name of the med, if you would like to know. My friend, I have some friends that are going to try it with their kids as well. So the med is called desmopressin. I'll spell it for you if you're ready. DESMOPRESSIN. And it's, I've heard really good things. And I have many friends, there's lots of reasons why pull-ups won't work, Anne. I don't really want to go into it too deeply, but some children won't wear them or they take them off. So you can do all the things, but if you have a child who isn't cooperative, doesn't matter. So does not matter. Yeah. We're also potty training a new 3-year-old, and I laugh so much about, you know, this is my fourth child, and you would think that I could like say to you like, this is how you potty train, this is what you do, and every child is so different. Every child is so different, and I can say that my daughter is more than capable, and she just don't want to. She's like, she'll like look at you and she's like, no. Okay. I was actually doing a live last night for my supporters. So summer exasperates me, and it's just like there's no routine. Like every day is just different. Every day is different husbands and kids, and same husband, different antics, kids, camps, all the different things. And I never, get my bearings. And for me, the kind of person that I am, is like, I can do it all. And then it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like I can handle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, but it's the 6th thing. I'm not sure if anyone can relate to that. Like for me, it's like, I can handle all the stuff, but the pee bedding is breaking me. Or I can handle all the things, but my oldest son, who's autistic, he can be really rigid with food. And we respect food rigidity in this house. We always have. But food rigidity can be exhausting. And it can be unhealthy. And I mean, that's a whole... Melissa, are you on an iPad by chance? Try subscribing to the group from your phone or your computer. If you do it from your computer, it's better. Come join us. So food rigidity has been hard. So what that means is like, even when you have a 13-year-old, you're still packing coolers and you're still bringing certain foods and maybe they only eat 4 things. And we made a lot of progress in feeding therapy and had just a great experience with it when Cooper was younger and made big differences health-wise for him. Life went on, had 2 more kids. He grew up and I just kind of got a little lax with the food. And yesterday I was like, enough is enough. I'm making a hot dish and you're eating it. And that's probably the most Minnesotan thing I've ever said to you. But I was craving cheesy hamburger hot dish. So good. It's just hamburger, garlic, onion, tomato sauce, heavy cream, cheese, garlic powder. Oh, so good. And so I sat down with Cooper and I was like, you're eating this. And he's like, so I sat next to him and I said, do you want to go swimming with your friends tomorrow? And he said, yes. And then he picked up a bite and ate it and he goes, Mom, 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 Mom. I'm like, you like it. I knew you'd like it. You liked this when you were younger. So I did a supporter video real quickly. I'm like, you people need to look at this. Like, this kid is eating a hot dish that he hasn't eaten in years. And so I turned on the video to my supporters because you get an inside glimpse of our life. And the first thing he does is feed the dog a fork full of food. I burst out laughing. And then the second thing that happened was Harbor shot me in the chest with a Nerf gun. Shots fired. And I was like, parenting is the worst. That's what I said. I said it out loud. So yeah, back to summer. We're transitioning to summer. It's been a lot. But I want to tell you some positives. Cooper, he's 13. This is the first summer he's ever had anything besides ESY. And that means the first camp he's ever had. Last week he went to 4 days of camp. It was 2 hours long. He went with his para from school. And it was a huge thing for me. Oh, hold on. Let me fix my voice here, guys. It should be louder now. It was a huge thing for me because it was the first time he's ever done anything without me in the community besides school. And so I dropped him off and he stayed with his para for 2 hours, Miss Amanda, and then she drove him home. Like, it was like, this is it. It's happening. So this week he has a camp and I shared a video yesterday of him drumming. Did you guys see it? If you're not, scroll back on my page. You have to watch it. So he's doing it's 5 days and it's at a camp called Rainbow Tree Therapies and it's this outdoor OT. And I share it, we've been doing it year round. It is the first therapy that has ever really truly worked for Cooper. When you take Cooper and put him in a small room, which a lot of therapy rooms are, and it's just the nature of it, with one person, it's not working. And I have said for 13 years, I have the only kid that therapy doesn't work for. And people are like, well, you just haven't found the right therapist. And I'm like, no, we found wonderful therapists, like wonderful therapists. But I think it was the setting. So he has been doing this outdoor therapy and he did it through the winter. Outdoors in Minnesota. The kid that hates heat and cold and wind and all the things. So So yesterday was summer camp, and it went from 1 to 3, and he was supposed to go with his PCA, but it didn't work out. There's something going on. So I'm like, okay, Mama's going to camp. Why don't you hire a housekeeper? I don't think we want to pay for it. It's just expensive. Really expensive. I think that's it. Yeah. Also, I think it's hard to find people. I think. And I mean, a housekeeper would have to be here every day if you're referring to the laundry. I actually was talking to a mom last night at baseball, and we were talking about, could we hire someone just to do our laundry? If they could just come here for like 3 hours a day and just do laundry and like sit on their phones. Like, I don't care what you do. Just do laundry. Is that a thing? How do I find that? Anyhow, camp was wonderful. He was with 9 other teenagers. And I would say it was a variety of different disabilities, autism, Down syndrome. Cooper was definitely the most curmudgeon-y is the word that I would describe with Cooper. That's just kind of his personality. He did not love art, but he loved the drumming. It is the happiest I've ever seen him. Ever. In his whole entire life. He did 30 minutes of drumming. So great. These big drums, and he sat in the circle. And the other thing is, they played this game, this like red light, green light game. And when you held up the red paddle, you stopped drumming. And when you held up the green paddle, you drummed. I didn't know if he'd understand it. I didn't know if that was just a little bit too advanced for him. He rocked it. He absolutely rocked it. He played the whole time. It was so fun. I teared up a few times. Watching. If you have a child like Cooper, you'll understand this sentence, and it may not come off this way online, but there's not a lot of times where I get to see him joyful. So, and I'll tell you, there were a lot of other awesome kids there, and I was laughing. Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard. Like, I love quirky autism because we don't have that. We don't have like quirky verbal autism. Yes, I'll talk about the Titanic with you for 2 hours. Absolutely. Yes, I'll talk about ceiling fans with you. Okay. Yeah, you want a script? I'll script with you because I don't have that. So I just adore it. If you know me in real life, I adore it. Send your kids to me. I will hang out with them. And then after that, they played out, like kind of really outside for a little bit. And it was pretty hot for him. So he didn't make it through the whole time, but he only left 20 minutes early. And so Miss Lisa, the teacher, said, she's like, Kate, I bet you could just drop him off tomorrow. You don't have to be down here. And I was like, I'm not ready. And she's like, okay. She's like, okay, it's okay. She's like, you can. I feel like we're on the cusp of some big development, but we're not quite there yet. And I just don't want to rush it. I don't want to drop him off somewhere because he needs 1-to-1. I don't want to drop him off and have something bad happen. We're just not fully there yet, but the progress is good. He had Miracle League baseball last night, and I said to him, I kind of wanted to stay home. And so I said to him, I go, Cooper, do you want to stay home or do you want to go to baseball? And he said, baseball. I'm like, I mean, Cooper's not much of a, like he'd prefer to only leave the house once a day, if any. We went to baseball, saw all of our friends. It was very hot, a little hot for him, but a really good day. And now we have camp every day this week. Right now we're having a pool party and then we're going to go to camp. It's just fun for him to have stuff to do. It's just really, it's new. And I think that's, one of the hardest parts that the world probably doesn't know is that there's just no place for our kids to go. I mean, with my neurotypical kids, I could pull up the parks department and community ed and hockey camp and baseball camp, and there's so many things you just have to pay. There's so many things. With him, there's just not options. There's just not options. Because if you peel back the layer on these camps or places to go, they need to be able to be by themselves, and they need to be able to toilet on their own, be safe. And we're just not there yet. Yeah. What else did I want to share with you guys? Oh, the craziness of social media. I've been getting the wackiest comments and messages lately. Wacky. Like, I had someone message me last night and they said, is this Cooper's voice page or is it just this lady talking, referring to me? So I wrote back and I was like, who's Cooper? Question mark. That's always my response. And she writes back, Cooper's the one with autism. I don't know who this lady is. And so I wrote back, I'm like, well, I could tell the lady that she should just force Cooper to be on camera all the time, if that's what the people want. And I'm waiting for her to write back. Like, I sometimes feel like, well, there is a certain amount of people that, like, think that Cooper's like a TV show and here to perform. Like, he's a 13-year-old boy. He doesn't want to do stuff all the time. I'm lucky if I can get him to do a video with me once a week. Once a week is pretty good for him. He's busy. And so I just talk about autism and what it's like to be the mom, what it's like to raise him, all the feelings. You know, hey Sawyer, what's you doing? Sawyer just got up. It's 10:17. Sawyer made a baseball game last night. I didn't get to go because I had Miracle League, but they won. Woo woo! And they have 2 more games this week, and then we're off the whole week of the 4th. And we are just going to be as simple as possible. We're going to swim. We're going to fish. We're going to go outside. We're going to sit. One other thing I wanted to share with you. What was it? Yeah, we've been having some. This is the last thing I'll share with you. So yesterday at camp, I was there with another mom that I know who has a son who's similar to Cooper but different. He's verbal but has his challenges as well. And he's 14. And so I said to her, because she's a friend of mine, and I just said, is it getting harder for you guys as our kids are getting bigger? And I didn't know what she'd say. And she goes, oh my gosh, absolutely. And I followed up with, you think when they're little, you know, getting the diagnosis, accepting the diagnosis, getting the support set up, getting the services, finding therapy, getting a school, IEP, like you think that's the hardest part. And so many parts have gotten better. Like Cooper can be in a room by himself safely. He can put clothes on. He can go to sleep. He can buckle his seatbelt. He can get a snack, get a drink. I mean, he can do so many things that he can text. He can just so many parts, right? So many parts have gotten better. But a lot of parts have gotten harder. And like, I don't, ever share that to like scare a parent of a newly diagnosed kid. I just want to normalize saying, when they're bigger than you, it gets hard. When they can sit down and you can't move them. When the rigidity ramps up. When you have unsafe behaviors in the car. Like you think It's when they're little and they're running and they're eloping. And hard. But man, it's like there's been this like shift. Here's the things. It's like there's been this shift. Like he knows. He's bigger than me. He knows. The other thing is like, are they here? Oh. Are your friends here? Who's here? Papa or Dada? Okay, let him in. Okay, I gotta go. Our pool party is ready to start. Supporters, I'll be live tonight. I'll do Topic Tuesday tonight, okay? So hop on tonight. Oh, they're not? Oh, he's waiting. He's waiting for his friends. Look at him. He's watching out the window. But yeah, what was I saying? I just want to say that really quickly. Oh, like the places that we can go. So I'll share a very vulnerable conversation with you. This is very vulnerable and real. How do I word this? I want to word this so I can, be real. It's not really safe for us to go to parks anymore. Now, Cooper won't do anything to anybody, but he's also 13 and he's 5'5", and he sits on the top of the platforms and he blocks the slides. And he's always done that because he loves the chaos of kids. So he loves when kids come around him and they're laughing and they're playing, but he blocks the slide. It's something he's done for 13 years. We're working on it, of course. And so we went to a picnic at our other two little ones' school, and Cooper went right on the playground equipment because in his mind, that's what he wants to do. And there were toddlers everywhere. And it didn't bother me. Like, I was like right there, but my husband whispered in my ear, he's like, he needs to get off there. And I see both sides. So I see both sides. I can have a very rational conversation. He loves parks. He's probably getting to be too big. But the third part of it is, where do you go and what do you do? And so I was talking to Adrienne this morning and she was saying the exact same thing. And she goes, we're going to start going to parks at night. And it's like, here's the sentence I'll say. As a family surrounding Cooper, we have always had to make modifications to make things work. Please don't do that leaf blower right there.
Yeah, I just told you.
I hate leaf blowers.
Hey, get off your live.
Hate leaf blowers.
Oh, get off your stupid live.
Nice sir. So he, what was I going to say? Oh, I don't remember. But it's hard. It's hard. I don't know the right answers. How do we do this as he gets older? I don't know. We do need a Coops Troops family compound. Yes, we do. All live together. Okay, I'm going to go. We're going to get ready. Our friends should be here any minute. Subscribers, I will see you tonight. Okay, bye guys.